Yes, people. This is Tactical Red, and you're on Tactical United, and yeah, I'm just banging out a video about the aftermath of the Man United game and stuff, and yeah, basically, I want to talk about a bit about Rashford, first and foremost, because I'm still like disgusted with that performance. I still find him very much. Very much his PR team and him are very, very much utilizing this. Don't get me wrong, him feeding kids and everything like that is fantastic. Him helping people is fantastic. But I feel like when he has bad games, he comes out with something, PR like to cover his shit performances. Now, obviously I'm black. Obviously, I don't accept any type of racism. Yeah. But when people are counting how many times they've been racially abused on social media after they lost the game, like no one does that. Only Rashford counted how many times he was abused on social media, racially abused. Obviously, it shouldn't happen, but you're counting and you're trying to play victim. Yeah, you're trying to play victim because of your shit performances. Same thing with the injuries. He's always holding his leg. He's always acting like he's injured. But then why are you making yourself available if you're acting like you're injured? And I'm sick and tired of people saying he's injured. I'm sick and tired of people making excuses for Rashford's rubbish performances, saying he's been injured for 2 years. I mean, it's like Rashford has basically utilized this injury to cover shit performances. When you look at the stats of Marcus Rashford's season, 11 goals in the Premier League. Yeah, last season he had 17, but 7 of them were penalties. So it's the same season. The season before that, 10 goals in the league. Yeah, no penalties, or maybe 1 or 2. Yeah, we're looking at a guy he's not getting better. Like, we need to look at it factually. He's 24 this year. He's not better than he was when he first came in the team. Is he? Like, he came in as a 17-year-old. For me, that's the best Marcus Rashford I've personally seen. He's done a little couple things here, little flick against Trent and scored a goal against Liverpool. Yeah, he's done that. He's got a bit of pace. Sometimes he uses a bit of techers here and there. When Ollie first came in, he was playing okay, whatever. But is he any better than Lingard? Is he any better than Jesse Lingard? That's my question to all you guys out there. And I want you guys to tell me, just put it in the comments, just the only thing I'm asking. Is Marcus Rashford better than Jesse Lingard? I want to know because I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. Yeah, he's got more potential than Lingard, no doubt. But IQ-wise, Lingard's better. Performance-wise, Lingard's better. Yeah? Big game performances, Lingard's better. Yeah, he's got pace, but his decision-making is woeful. I blame mainly Ollie for that, but I also blame him. It's disgusting how he performs continuously and consistently. And the excuses and, utilizing the PR, utilizing all this PR mode that he does. He goes into PR mode, talking about, I've been abused, like playing victim. He's manipulating. People get racially abused, but he is using it to manipulate. He's using it to manipulate because he's actually gone and counted how many. And no one else has done that. He's doing that because he wants people to feel sorry for him. That's why when he gets tackled, he starts holding his ankle because he wants people to feel sorry for him. I've seen him down on the floor for time and get up and just do a sprint. And people choose to ignore this. People choose to ignore that he's only got 11 goals in the league this season. He's only scored like 6 goals in the Champions League because he bagged that hat-trick against Leipzig because they gave him hella space. And he came on after 75 minutes, fresh, ready to run. No one was talking about him being injured then. But as soon as he has a bad game, everybody's saying he's injured. Everybody's saying he's not fit. Everybody's saying he should be on the bench because he's not fit. What the? This is what I'm saying. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm tired of the Rashford agenda. It's an agenda. It's an agenda. And it's made by Rashford. Rashford has created the agenda. He never ever says he's fit. He never says he's fit. Because everybody asks him, is he fit? Ollie says he's fit. Ollie says he's fit. But Rashford never says he's fit. Rashford's always like holding his ankle. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is one of the most frustrating managers I've come across ever. Like, there's still people out there making excuses for this guy. Now, this shouldn't be happening. This guy, honestly, that was the worst managerial performance in a final ever. And there's still people out there that are saying we need to buy Sancho and we need to buy Varane and we need to buy Kunde and we need to buy Declan Rice and Basuma. There are still people out there talking like this. There are still people talking like this. You don't need these players to beat Villarreal. You don't need. Our second team should be able to beat Villarreal. We should be able to beat Villarreal with Martial, with Van der Beek, with Matic, with Mata, with Diallo, with Tellez and Twanzebe and Bay and Henderson. We should beat them with these players. We should beat them. Mata, these players should be beating Villarreal. They are better than Villarreal. They are. Van der Beek, Tellez, Mata, Matic. This is Kupoe, Watford relegation. Yeah, Coquelin, Arsenal reject. They had their best winger injured. They played an 18-year-old who's in his first season. They had a 35-year-old in centre-back. He's way past his best, Raul Albiol. And people are still talking about Sancho. We need Sancho and to win the league. Like, we need these players for a new manager. We need a new manager more than everything else, more than Glazers out. And people want to be like, you're talking rubbish. The Glazers need to go. Okay, they do, but we need a manager more. We need a manager way more than Glazers out. We need, because a manager, Glazers in or out, doesn't determine how well we play on the pitch. And are we not football fans? Because somehow, it's got to this thing where the Glazers are responsible for everything. And ultimately they are. Ultimately, yes, Glazers are responsible for everything. But are they really responsible for the horrendous performances that we've seen time and time again? No, they're not. They are responsible indirectly for not sacking him. Yes, they are. And that's why, yes, they do need to leave, because they haven't sacked him. But maybe they've relied on Ed Woodward to do that. And Ed Woodward is incompetent too. But yeah, it's all a shambles. It's all a shambles. Everything is a shambles. The whole, from the captain to Bruno Fernandes to Rashford, like our biggest players are all a shambles. Maguire, I don't care what you have to say. He's average. I can point out things on the TV that maybe some people cannot see. But trust me, he's average. Bruno Fernandes, again, I could select so many times where he should be coming into the pocket. but he chooses to stay up front. I can say many occasions where Rashford does most things wrong. 80% of his game. 80% of the games, he does 80% of things wrong. That is a poor return. He played 37 games and scored 11 goals. 37 games. And people are trying to say he's... People... So I think Gary Neville had him in his team of the season over Son. I think. Maybe not over Son, but he definitely had him in the team of the season, which is it's delusional. But this is why Gary Neville got sacked from Valencia. And people, that's what I'm saying. Gary Neville failed horrendously at Valencia, but people still listen to this guy. It's embarrassing. I am not listening to people who have failed shambolically and decided to step away. Like, if you failed, it's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to fail. But you go again. Gary Neville decided not to go again. Gary Neville decided to run back to Sky and sit in the cozy chair. Because why? Because he couldn't do it. Yeah? So I am not listening to what Gary Neville has to say when it comes to tactics. I'm not listening. Gary Neville has zero tactics. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has zero tactics. If you ask anyone who has any level of football will ask you what is Ole's tactics. They will tell you he plays on the counter attack. You don't need tactics to do that. He doesn't have any. It's simple equation. Now, I think there are managers out there. We're not going to get them, but I am going to say who I prefer. I haven't really thought about this. I didn't even know why. I just decided to do this video. I prefer Zinedine Zidane. Now, I don't know if he's the best manager for us, but better than Oli. He is a certified winner. He even got close to... Like, that Real Madrid team isn't great, by the way. Benzema is a good player, but he's 2 levels below the elite strikers. Maybe 1. No wingers. Modric and Kroos, just old ballers. Casemiro, doing the same old Casemiro. Right back, left back. Mendy's all right. Nothing special. No one special in the team, and he got them to, nearly win another La Liga. Honestly speaking, we need a Zinedine Zidane because we would have a style of play, and I'm not sure how well he would adapt, but we would definitely still have a style of play. I would not get Poch. I wanted Poch at one point, but Poch for me has showed me that he's not really he's like Oli. He is like Oli. He wants to do well, but he's not really got it in him. Conte is not for Manchester United. It wouldn't last, and it would end sour. It would be sour. That's just a Mourinho 2.0 with more tactical nous and more drive, but I love his passion. You gotta love Conte's passion. But an ex-Chelsea manager, I just don't like that. But we got Mourinho, so what am I to say? So that's why I'd have to choose. I would choose. Then there's Ten Hag at Ajax. He's okay, but I think the fans would gobble him up if he doesn't do well. Where Zidane would have more money in the bank because he's Man United fans. Well, the problem with our Man United fans, like most of you Man United fans, like I don't mean to offend anyone, I really don't, but you have no football IQ. You don't. Most of you don't have any football IQ. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. You don't have any football IQ. You just listen to what people say. You know, if you don't know the person, then it's like, well,
who is he? If you don't like the person, who is he? Most Man United fans don't really have a lot of football IQ based on what Fergie had. Now, Fergie wasn't a tactical genius. He was his. He understood football like better than anyone, but he couldn't implement it to his team as well as other managers could. Now, that was his. For me, that was his biggest default as a manager. He had everything else in the bag. His tactical implementation of tactics wasn't special. Now, because of that, Man United fans don't understand tactical awareness as well as other fans do. Because other fans have had certain types of managers that bring a certain level of tactical nous. Now, we had a tactical coach in Carlos Queiroz, our most successful period, in my opinion. And I was there with 1992. I was there. I watched the game on my table, gassed. Sitting on the table, also gassed. But 2007, 8, 9, that Man United team just felt so good. Even though, and I don't think we had as good of a players as 99, especially in the midfield. But maybe we did. Maybe, actually, do you know what? We did have, the whole team front to back. It's just the right back was a bit weak. But I think Van der Sar is better than Schmeichel. That centre back pairing is better than the 99. The midfield, you can't really beat that 99 midfield. But the attack was better. So, it was a better team. And that was assembled by Fergie and Kyrgios. Let's not forget, Kyrgios was behind a few of those deals. So, Man United fans don't understand tactics in the way that we should. We're a bit behind. Fergie's still there, still talking, still, doing meetings, still in the bus, still playing cards with the players. This is wrong. We need to cut ties. We need to cut ties from Fergie. Our whole mentality needs to be cut from Fergie, because we still think about managers like how Fergie. We still want managers like 10 years when no one does that. We still want the manager running the club and finally they change, but they haven't really changed. No one does that. We still want to bring in youth players that we don't have. Williams, trash. I said he was trash. I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I've been right about everything. I'm not lying. I was right about Oli. I was right about Greenwood. I said he's a top player. He was our best player in the final. He's my favourite player. He was the best player in the final. Let's not get it twisted. He was the only player that looked like he could do something. This is why he's my favourite player, because I know that he has it. I still don't think Cavani's that good. I know people will be like, are you talking crap, Cavani? I'm telling you now, our win rate with Cavani there isn't great compared to when Martial's there. And I'm not a fan of Martial either. But the difference is, and this is what I mean when I talk about tactics. This is why I'm tactical red. Yeah? Because I have tactics. Yeah? When Martial is there, he holds his position. Number one, he doesn't go fucking to centre back like Cavani. He stays there. Number two, he has pace. Two of these reasons why Cavani might score, might do a header, might be a better finisher, might have better movement, but it's not better for the team. It's not better for the team. We don't have a striker that can There isn't. I don't think there is a striker in world football that we could buy that could improve us with Oli there, because the tactics that Oli implements, it's very difficult for any striker. That's why Cavani is going into defence. That's why Cavani, you see him in the midfield, because Bruno doesn't play his role. But that's the whole situation. I've been talking about Bruno for a while, and I was right about him. He doesn't have it. He doesn't. He doesn't have the capabilities to influence a game without scoring a goal. And if he doesn't score, he does nothing. If he doesn't have space, he can't do anything. And in the top level, you don't get space. He hasn't scored against the big six, open play. Maybe he scored one. Anyway, I don't think he's that great. I think he's very droppable. Some fans don't. I think he's done well for us though. Don't get me wrong. I think, ultimately, McTominay, people think McTominay is still good. I think what I saw with McTominay that game is that he has a confidence issue. It's clear to see. For me, it's a confidence issue with McTominay. I can see he has some degree of talent, but he doesn't believe in himself enough to produce at the level that we require. Now, he probably does it in training, and he probably looks like, Roy Keane in training. But when you're out on the pitch and people are watching you, it's a different thing. Now, he played good along with Greenwood in that final. The two youth team players, the other youth team, Rashford played shit, by the way, because he cares about himself. So when he's trying to score. Anyway, Tommy played well. He just needs a coach that can maybe utilize him a bit better, because he's quick and off the ground. He can pass when he really believes he can pass. He can shoot, obviously. He can tackle. He can do things, but he doesn't believe in himself. I don't know what position he can play for Manchester United, because I don't think that what he has is required for us to be better. He's not a holding midfielder. He's not good enough in terms of technical ability and creativity to be the number 8 that we need. He's not a number 10. So what can you do with him? He's a bit on the bench, and that's where he should be. But yeah, it's just, it's a shambles. Anyway, I'm Tactical Red. This is Tactical United. Everybody enjoy the day.